Assalamu alaikum. This is a short update on the current situation in the Middle East. As long anticipated for the last many weeks and months, finally, what I was expecting has happened. Israel has attacked Iran. It was only a matter of time before this would have happened. To understand why this was so obvious, we need to go back 2.5 years or so from the time Israel started attacking Palestinian resistance as well as all the proxies of Iran. One by one, Israel attacked Hamas, Hezbollah, and then managed to overthrow the Syrian government, which was pro Iran. Israel also has been taking unilateral action against Iranian backed proxies in the region. It was very obvious that after damaging Iran's interests, they will then directly go for Iran. The US obviously was playing a double game throughout this time. The diplomacy, the talks about the nuclear program was just to lower the guard of Iranian administration and government and make them think that as long as negotiations continue, there will be no attack. War by deception is an age old motto which Israelis use, which many countries use, but Israel has mastered it. They deceive. They deceive in everything. And it is unfortunate that we currently have a kind of government in the US that is even more pro Israel than the previous one. Every government is pro Israel, but surprisingly, we had thought that the Trump administration would have been a bit more independent. But at the end of the day, one thing is clear. Other than John F. Kennedy, no American president can ever or has ever had the courage or the conviction to say no to Israel in reality. Maybe in statements, maybe as far as fooling the public is concerned, but in reality, when you analyze situations and events, it becomes very clear that any dissension was also part of the deception rather than a genuine disagreement. So, what options does Iran have now? Iran has suffered badly because of their doctrine, which is called strategic restraint. Iran has adopted this strategy for too long and has now paid a price for it. Strategic restraint is fine when you are in a position like Russia, where you are a nuclear power and where you have a, a very strong armed forces and you have the ability to hit anywhere in the world. But when you're a country like Iran, which does not have nuclear capability and is surrounded by enemies, then strategic restraint means that you get weakened over time. The policy of strategic restraint should have ended when Israel started going after Iranian proxies in the region. Iran waited far too long, and today we see a weak Hezbollah, we see a weak Hamas. Iran can no longer depend on its proxies to open new fronts against Israel. So, implication number one is Iran has to fight this war itself. That's it. Two, Iran has a very limited window of opportunity. If Iran doesn't give a blowout punch to Israel within the next few hours, within the next few days, Iran is going to lose its remaining military capability and will not be in a position to mount an effective retaliation. If Iran does not want to end up like another Syria, Libya, or Iraq, then Iran must go all out. Iran must go all out against Israel and fight a war of survival. It is no longer a limited war, It is a war of survival. Otherwise, Iran's territorial integrity and sovereignty is in grave danger. So, Iran must not hold back anymore. Iran must use its best and most effective weapons in the shortest possible time. The only way the Israelis will stop and come to the negotiating table is when Iran escalates to de escalate. Iran must learn from Pakistan. Had Iran become a nuclear power like Pakistan, Iran could have implemented strategic deterrence in the region. Iran failed. And now Iran should at least adopt the second lesson, which Pakistan showed to the entire world. When India attacked Pakistan, we hit back, but we hit back at a higher level. We escalated, and which pushed India to de escalate. The Indian media can say whatever they want. The whole world has now accepted that Pakistan had the upper hand. We shot down their planes, we hit their bases. Our attacks were precise, were brutal, were effective, and showed a mixture of technology, human excellence, strategy, and will, together with courage of leadership. Iran needs to now sit on the table, see what it has got, and deliver a few powerful punches if it wants to save its credibility, its integrity, and its autonomy. I expect escalation in the coming days. Iran has also threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz. Personally, I think that should be the last option. Iran's allies would also be badly impacted by that step, and Iran should right now focus on keeping this war limited between Israel and itself. Iran should not give an excuse to the US to enter the war. They might enter the war anyway, because we all know how much Israel controls the US decision making. But Iran should not be giving that excuse. The Strait of Hormuz should not be closed until the situation becomes very dire. At this point in time, Iran should use its ballistic and hypersonic missiles to target key infrastructure of Israel. If Israel is attacking Iranian ports, then Iran should attack Israeli ports. If Iran's refinery is attacked, then Iran should also attack Israel's refineries. It should be a quid pro quo, but a level up. So keep the war within the boundaries set by the enemy, but hit harder. They slap you once, you slap them twice. They give you a punch, you give them a knockout punch, but you cannot hold back. Iran must not hold back. Iran has no option but to go all out. So that's where I would like to end this short recording, and I hope that sense prevails. I hope that we don't see an escalation where this becomes a wider war. Sooner or later, we do expect a wider war to happen. It's a matter of time. But right now, what Iran needs to do is to fight it out and give a befitting blow. Thank you very much. All the best. And as I always end any recording or any message, Pakistan, Paindaba.